So the mainstream media wasting no time in pouncing on Donald Trump after his Second Amendment comments. The New York Daily News running this cover less than 24 hours after Mr. Trump's remarks that critics say advocated violence against Hillary Clinton. Nice. All right, in an editorial, the paper writing, quote, Donald Trump must end his campaign for the White House in a reckoning with his own madness while praying that nothing comes of his musing about an assassination of Hillary Clinton. The Daily News adding that if Trump refuses to end his campaign, then those in the Republican Party must abandon him. Meantime, Governor Mike Pence talking about the media's double standard on Hannity last night.
It's incredibly frustrating, but it's also telling. To see the way the media has the capacity to major in the minors, to take a comment as they did, and take it all the way to the cable airwaves and make a controversy when, in the very same week, the father of the terrorist who took 49 lives in Orlando attended a Hillary Clinton rally.
All right, Sandra, coming to you first. So the Daily News thing, I mean, on one hand, they're trying to sell papers. You know, you put something dramatic on the cover. Mike Pence does seem to have a point, though, when he talks about which stories networks choose to put first.
Tuesday night, the major broadcast networks covered the Second Amendment comments by Trump. More than 7 minutes of coverage total. The fact that Omar Mateen, the nightclub shooter's father, was sitting behind Hillary Clinton, that unbelievable image, just over a minute's worth of coverage on broadcast networks Tuesday night. I'll let you decide. I mean, that was an unbelievable image to see him sitting there. Yeah. And I'm not saying that means that Hillary Clinton had something to do with it. I mean, that is something worth discussing.
But she had nothing to do with that. He did have something to do. I would say this, the Daily News, I mean, some of these commentators, and it's not even just the Daily News, which has now gone far left. It's, you read some of those stuff in the Wall Street Journal where you think these guys, if Donald Trump ever became president, they would die. Like the next day, they would die. They're so over the top attacking him on every single thing he says. Listen, I'll point out his problems, particularly on his economic plan, which I think there's a lot of issues with it. But, you know, they make it they're like deranged. There are members of the left and the right who have Trump derangement syndrome. They go absolutely nuts on everything the guy says. I mean, I'll tell you, that thing he said about ISIS, Obama being the founder, I thought that was funny. Did you not think that was funny? That was a good jab.
Kennedy, I mean, what do you think? I mean, the Daily News thing, but then just the treatment, the number of minutes spent on the stories, where you put them in the broadcast, the more subtle ways that they influence the news that comes out.
No, it's true, and it's something that we don't always think about. And, you know, we take for granted how the news is presented, but there's absolutely something to it. And, you know, I'm still so curious why it took the Clinton campaign so long to comment on and disavow the fact that Sadiq Mateen was in that audience, because, you know, we still don't know the foreknowledge that he might have had of some of his son's terroristic leanings.
She's not that stupid, and neither is her campaign.
Why was then disavow? Yeah, then if she didn't know that she was incompetent, then
I'll tell you why
the campaign is incompetent.
I'll tell you why he's there. They thought he looked Arab, and he had a big pro-Hillary sign. They put him behind her to have that demographic.
And there's no one in Florida who went, oh, we've seen this guy all over TV.
In my opinion. In addition to that, I want to speak about the press very, briefly, because we have very little time left. You know, I have a master's in broadcast journalism, and I don't say that go, ha-ha. What I was taught is when you are a journalist, you report the facts. And it really bothers me whether a network, that liberal networks, as they're calling them, are not doing that. It's different if you're opining. I'm opining. I'm supposed to opine. I'm a talk show host. I'm an analyst. That's what I do. My understanding of that, even I agree with you, selling papers, front page, yeah, you got to get the money coming in the door, that it was based on an op-ed, which is opinion. But you do have media outlets, even the New York Times, admitting that this is something we feel strongly about. And then lastly, Mike Pence and Donald Trump need to stop complaining about the media, because he is very close to Hillary Clinton. He's not a double-digit behind. So if the media is hurting him, they're hurting him very well.
He's getting tons of free publicity, too.
Correct.
Well, it's negative now, though. Okay.